This video is brought to you by Roguedeckbuilder.com. Purchase a playmat today and help us make the move to our new studio. We have over 10 playmats to choose from. Visit Roguedeckbuilder.com. Hi there, it's Kevin with Roguedeckbuilder.com here with match number 3 with our Domri Fight Club deck. Farewell, Domri, you will be missed. This is a keepable hand. We'll definitely keep a Gorgon's Head with the Hornet's Nest with. We do want, like, just even an Elvish Mystic would be nice with the Gorgon's Head. But we're halfway there with the combo with Is a Staticaster and Gorgon's Head. The way to actually dig with it for Domri will be pretty nice. We could end up with the first turn Thoughtseize, which we do, which I guarantee is going to grab that Domri. And now our hand isn't looking too hot with 4 lands, a kind of a dead card versus mono black and a Gorgon's Head. So I've played this matchup a lot actually, and it matches up fairly well against mono black because sometimes you can. They do have Bile Blights that can kill all the Hornet Nest tokens, and they do have ultimate prices, Doom Blades and whatnot that can just kill the Hornet Nest. But sometimes you can actually do one-sided board wipes with like Citizen Tactics. Keranos can be a difficult card for them to deal with. Domri can actually be a difficult card for them to deal with. And I wouldn't, I'd be very surprised if he takes anything but Domri here. I mean, he could be going the first turn Thoughtseize, second turn Pack Rat strategy. And again, I need to top deck like a champ if that's the case. But yeah, no surprise there. Domri goes. We have ways to scry for the next few turns. And again, we draw into the Forest, which is the worst card we could have drawn into. A Hornet's Nest at this point needs to be put on the bottom. I think that 2 of them is redundant. So let's hope there's no Pack Rat. And no first turn Thoughtseize, second turn Mutavault Pack Rat. Wow, we actually dodged that one time. So here I think we just Temple of Abandon. Put that on the bottom. And cast a Gorgon's Head. Don't think we needed a Mystic there. I think we'd rather scry. I'm glad we actually did scry there to find that land. Lifebane Zombie could come here. It is going to be Lifebane Zombie that can grab the Hornet's Nest. A lot of them are main boarding Lifebane Zombie. I don't know if it actually is worth it to main board Lifebane Zombie now that the green decks have, even though we just faced 2 green decks in a row, a lot of the green decks have moved over to the Planeswalkers to avoid Lifebane Zombie. That's how oppressive this card has become. Alright, so let's see. We need to draw into something beautiful here. Like a Staticaster would be the most beautiful card ever. It is a Caryatid. We can cast them both, though. So we have the ramp. Keranos would be lovely. Again, Staticaster would be lovely. But it's not looking pretty for us. This just shows the power of like mono black. Everything they throw out is such a threat. The Intimidate is huge in Lifebane in this matchup. I have no way to deal with it until post-sideboard. I believe I'll bring in the Burns and possibly the Mizzing Mortars depending on what his build is. See if Big Desecration Demon comes out. Nothing. Alrighty. So another Mystic. No bueno there. I guess this is the problem with the deck that runs this much ramp. As you can get a lot of hands like this, and if they do first turn Thoughtseize your engine actually dig, yeah, that could be a big issue. So I just attacked into a Mutavault. I can't believe he's actually in a block here. I'm too busy commentating here to really see if he does it. See if he blocks the Mutavault. He does block the Mutavault because I guess he could have killed in response. Yeah, we'll just let it go. And I will pay attention to the game. How about that? We'll throw out an Elvish Mystic. And pass the turn back to him. And I didn't even equip it with a Gorgon's Head. Geez, I'm a great player. So 4 cards still left in his hand. Probably pretty safe to say a Desecration Demon or Nightveil Spectre's not in his hand. So the 4 is probably removal. He's not worried about anything in my hand, and I am just drawing to dud after dud after dud. Throw that redundant card on the bottom. And we're going to actually equip a Gorgon's Head to an Elvish Mystic. And hope he draws into Thoughtseize here. And burns it. Nothing. So, oh, it's his turn here. Here we go. No, he just skipped his turn. That is very interesting. I hate to even just throw out a Reckoner. But it's better than nothing. It can get Bile Blighted. It can't get ultimate priced. And that was a decent card. I wonder if he just F6'd his turn. So 2 mistakes, 1 mistake on my part, 1 mistake on his, kind of evens that out-ish. But yeah, Bile Blight, that's definitely expected. It does save us a removal for possibly an Izzet Staticaster. And another temple. We can draw lands like a champ. Put that... At this point, it's not going to do anything, so I'm going to put it on the bottom. Again, we got to draw into an answer for that Lifebane zombie. And now we didn't even throw our Gorgon's Head on the Mystic. Womp womp. We'll definitely block one of the Mutavaults here. This actually takes some... He's going for like a really quick clock here. I think I'm fine with that because this uses mana. And then if it's like a Desecration Demon or Nightveil Spectre they drew into... Oh, just another Mutavault. Okay, so he still has plenty of mana. Triple Mutavault. I don't know if we can actually deal with triple Mutavault. And we draw into a mountain anyway, so we'll concede this game. See if we can draw in anything but a land here. Yeah, this is just bad draws. Okay, so like Boros Reckoner is bad in this matchup. Very bad in this matchup because it just gets Bile Bladed or Hero's Downfall. What we do here is we throw in cards that get us the most value. Mizzy Mortars is fine if it's for Pack Rats. Coursers are fine. Staticasters are still fine. Cetus Intactus, Ooze. Ooze is a little bit weak, but I think we can cut an Ooze for a Primeval Bounty. And then even like I think a Stormbreath Dragon is just better than an Ooze. Dodges Bile Blight. Doesn't really dodge anything else, though. Maybe Pelucranos. Mistcutter Hydra. None of those. I think it's just a Wasteland Viper, in all honesty, is just better. So we are going a little bit low on creature count here by cutting those. But we are getting a little bit of control. And hopefully we can draw into like a Keranos or a Primeval Bounty. There, double Keranos, that actually will keep this. It gives us a bit of a padding against first turn Thoughtseize. So a Breeding Pool here. And again, we have the Mizzy Mortars. If he first turn Thoughtseize and takes the Mizzy Mortars, I absolutely know he's going the Pack Rat strategy. We can't cast a Chandra at the moment. We need that other red. There's just going to be a Temple of Silence. And see what beauty we can draw into. Is a Staticaster. I mean, now we have ways to deal with the Lifebane zombie. Or a Pack Rat. That is the best case scenario. Is he just pops out a Pack Rat, and we can actually use the Staticaster to kill it. So I didn't even see the white last game. Maybe he had a bunch of banishing lights and whatnot. Deicide's going to be tough for us to deal with as well. That destroys both the Keranos out of my hand. So it is a pack rat. That's perfect. We will kill it. And I think I'd actually just rather get this into play untapped for the extra life than a Mana Confluence. And we'll Staticaster here and take out the pack rat. And next turn we do have the Chandra, which, again, is not too shabby. I hope it is like Lifebane Zombies here. He has absolutely no clue what's in my hand. Lifebane Zombie will completely miss, and then he'll have two duds that pack rat and a zombie that fall to the Staticaster. I could see him like just holding off on the Lifebane Zombie. Now, this can go in with the Mutavault. Definitely fine with that. Means that he is most likely behind on lands. No. Okay. All right. Well, he's not behind. So it's going to be Mana Confluence here. Chandra can come out. And we'll just +1 Chandra because we can't get any value out of her exile. We can protect her with the Staticaster. Keranos is going to come down next turn. And then, actually, Keranos 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is almost active. A Boros Reckoner, we cut those. So Keranos is very hard to get active out of this deck. We can actually kill a Desecration Demon if he puts one out. Because we can do 1 damage using Mortars and another damage with the Chandra. And that might be worth it. He's going to devour flesh. Okay. There goes the Staticaster. And probably activate Mutavault attack into Chandra, would be my guess. Citizen Tactics does very little here. I think what we do is we just exile the top card of our library. And if it's a Carotid, at this point, it blocks a Mutavault. But I think what we want to do is just get that Keranos active. And at least that got it off the top. We don't have to draw into a Carotid. So let's hope he doesn't have a Banishing Light. Opposite out Blood Baron. Blood Baron can come out this turn. They both actually could. If he has the land. I'd love to see an Opposite here. He wouldn't play an Opposite actually because Keranos and Chandra would take it out. And it is going to be that Vanishing Light that hopefully takes the Keranos, as we have the extra Keranos in our hand. And it does. I did have Reclamation Sages at one point in this deck. I think that it might be this wise move just to put back the Court of the Callings and go down on Elvish Mystics and Sylvan Caryatids. So again, I believe we're going to exile the top card of my library. Wasteland Viper, we can actually cast it. And we'll burn ourselves here. And hit ourselves again for Keranos number 2. Now, he did miss a land drop last turn. So he could have Obsidians and Blood Barons that are not able to cast. Still could have Deicide or another Banishing Light to take care of the Keranos. Here's Downfall on Chandra. That does hurt. But Keranos is going to give us a little bit of a advantage here. And we also have the Courser of Crewfix, which hopefully finds an Elvish Mystic on top, but that's 3 damage that we're going to be able to get. And yeah, just pass the turn back to him. Still struggling on those lands, but that means that he probably has so much ammo in his deck. It's going to be Underworld Connections on the caves. And I'd be very surprised if he doesn't just activate it here to try to draw. Yep. And see if he hits that land drop. He does not. Yep, he's in a definite world of hurt. Going down to a 12. And we have a Staticaster on top, which isn't too juicy, but we'll get in here for 3 with the Wasteland Viper and the Courser. He's down to a 9. Throw out the Mystic. And next turn, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Could be lethal. Could definitely be lethal with Citizen Tactics. And we could even haste out. Nah, it doesn't work with the Citizen Tactics won't do much with his Staticaster. Drown in Sorrow doesn't do a lot here. Vanishing Light, Desecration Demon does very little. As we can actually kill it off, let's do some math here. We can actually tap down his Desecration Demon with an Elvish Mystic, Citizen Tactics for 3, 4, 5, and then he'd be a 1. So I think the right play might just be to, let's see, if I cast do I have enough mana with his Staticaster is the thing. So Staticaster can sack 2, and then I can Citizen Tactics 2 guys. That's 1, 2, 3, so 4, 5, 6, that's exactly 9. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to do damage to the face here. Yeah, definitely damage to the face. Or I could set Citizen Tactics with the Wasteland Viper, make it fight the Desecration Demon. And then still get in there for 3, 4, 5. No, that'd just be 8. So, yep, I do need to get in there with all of them, because I can +2. Yeah, I get +2 out of the Izzet Staticaster. And if I hit a land here, that's even more damage. So +2 would be 4, 5, let's see, 4, 5, 6, exactly 9 damage. Okay, so this is going to go to the face. And we are going to play an Izzet Staticaster. Sack down the Izzet Staticaster. Attack in for perfect lethal for 6. Alrighty, so take that one down, mostly because our opponent didn't draw a lot of lands there. It's tempting to keep in the Boros Reckoner, but it's tempting to actually keep in the Stormbreath Dragon. I can block Blood Barons with it. I think it's fine to bring in Stormbreaths over the Wasteland Viper, and even the Hornet's Nests. Hornet's Nests are fine, though. I know he's using Bile Blight, probably Drown in Sorrow, but I don't know if I want too many Hornet's Nests. We'll keep in 3 Stormbreath Dragons, 2 Hornet's Nests, and a Wasteland Viper. And I don't know, again, Mizzing Mortar seemed okay if he's going the Pack Rat strategy. Keepable hand. Little slow, but double tempos probably ensures us that we're going to hit more lands. I mean, that's an extra 2 draws, or basically 2. I mean, they're scries, not quite draws, but we had a burn that might come a little late for the Pack Rat. No first turn Thoughtseize. And yeah, we're right on time with basically everything. We'll temple here. I'll keep a land on top. Mystic at this point. Do we need a Mystic to accelerate for any reasons? I don't. So if we put it on top, it actually protects against like a Devour Flesh. And it's something we can actually cast next turn. I'm going to put it on top. Maybe that's not the right play. I kind of just want a creature to do something. If he pack rats, we'll burn it. He does not. So, again, Will of Selfish Mystic here. Temple. I kind of want that card as well. It's another blue source. It's another red source. Maybe I didn't want that. All right, so... But now we'll be able to turn and burn, which is pretty huge against, like, a Desecration Demon. Lifebane Zombie here is very annoying if he gets it. Only gets a Hornet's Nest, though. Just a Doomblade on an elf. Okay, that's awesome. So now it's just going to be Breeding Pool here. And we'll Hornet's Nest. Make him react to that. And in hindsight, maybe I should have kept up the lands and flashing it as its Staticaster. See if big Desecration Demon comes out here. Just on a real connection. Set it in Tactics can be beautiful. The thing is, he does have a chance to respond. I think we Temple here. And I do actually want that because it's a way to cast the Stormbreath Dragon. And more lands at this point, the merrier. So what we're going to do is we'll be able to flash in. We have options with either turn. But it's me flashing is a Staticaster pinging our Hornet's Nest. Connections is definitely going to be very annoying to deal with. I do have to worry about Bile Blights. He might just have enough. The connections might be enough card draw. Oh wow, double connections. So we do need to start being aggressive. Staticaster. Shoot the Hornet's Nest. And I think I make him start playing reaction to the Stormbreath Dragon. Don't know why he decided to draw cards there. Because it is going to be Stormbreath Dragon. Get in there for 5. Grey Merchant is huge for him. It's going to be a 6-point swing. Usually the Underworld Connections versions do run. The Grey Merchant. Two more lands, and Stormbreath is lethal. Don't know if we'll ever get to that point. Like, he's got to take care of my board state there, and he can't continue to draw a ton of cards. So if he Grey Merchants here, I can on the back, that will stabilize him. I'll get another insect. We have Burn that can actually do 2 damage to a player. With 6 cards in hand, you got to think he's got incredible options. He decides just to pass. So we'll continue to think what we do here is right now we play a Hornet's Nest. And I'm going to try to overload him with insects. I'm sure Stormbreath's going to bite the dust here. Yep. Did its job, though. Got in there for 4. And he's down to a 10. It's getting kind of scary to be activating those underworld connections. He's got a lot of dead cards he can draw into. Down to an 8. Yeah, he's staring down lethal actually next turn with a well-timed Citizen Tactics. So he needs to draw a Bioblight, probably for the insects. I don't know what you use it on here. Best case scenario for him again is going to be the Gray Merchant. Desecration Demon is a joke at this point. Bioblight or Banishing Light. Let's see what it targets. Gonna go on the Izzet Staticaster, I assume. We have a backup plan with Izzet Staticaster. Make some more insects. Wouldn't be surprised if he decides like Hero's Downfall, Hornet's Nest, the one that I'm targeting. He's going to Bile-Blight the Hornet's Nest. So here's the thing. Do I burn that particular Hornet? So the Bile-Blight's going up. Yep, I think I do burn it. That particular Hornet's Nest puts in 2 more guys, and I still get another. Yeah, but I think this might actually just win the game here. Because now it has no target. I get 1/1s. And I save the other Hornet's Nest. And pump, 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 pump. So far I'm off 1 damage. So if he activates that Underworld Connections, he's just dead. Carrot doesn't help. So let's see how many. It's 1, 2, 3, 4 activations actually. So this should be just game. So I'm going to go for it here. By tapping out on the Citizen Tactics. 1, 2, 3, 4. And again, that is perfect damage. Unless he has anything to interact with this. I mean, there's some cool little tricks with that. Edison Tactics is just a boss of a card. Absolutely love it. At least we get that aspect. This Edison Tactics and the Hornet's Nest is still in standard when it rotates. Hopefully we get Cunning Spark Mage. I've just been crossing my fingers for Cunning Spark Mage now for quite a while for the Cunning Spark Mage Hornet Queen combination. You don't have to go into blue, this awkward 3-color. So far nothing can ping creatures. I didn't see anything anyway. I'll have to scour the spoilers to see if there is anything that can just ping creatures for 1 damage. If that's the case, like, I think the one out of M15, the black one, doesn't it do... You remove a counter and it does -X, -X, and then you have that enchantment that removing counters -X, -X. So, don't know anything besides Chandra that can just consistently ping each turn on the Hornet's Nest. But if you guys have any suggestions for Hornet's Nest post-rotation, I'd definitely be interested in hearing that. But we take down the big bad Mono Black Devotion, Splash White, of course, for Vanishing Light. I think we got a little bit lucky there. It seemed like he missed some pivotal land drops and just some pivotal cards. But that last game is kind of an outplay. The Bio Blight going greedy on the Hornets or the Hornet Nest instead of the Hornets, and then having the perfect Edison Tactics for the win. Both games, actually, Edison Tactics won it there by perfect damage. So anyway, I enjoyed that match a lot. Let me know what you think about it. Farewell to Domri. Let me know your deck list for Domri. If let me know if you agree with Domri or not. Domri is my, again, tied for first, possibly second favorite Planeswalker ever printed, alongside Sorin, Lord of Innistrad. I just really love that card. I loved all 3 abilities. I thought it was perfect power level. See, I'm not the type of guy that's like, oh, Tarmogoyf is my favorite card because it's so powerful. I like well-balanced cards. In fact, I'm kind of the same way in other games. I've talked before that I really like Defense of the Ancients, Dota 2, and my favorite character is Ursa. And Ursa's a garbage hero. He's just terrible in actually competitive play. But I just love the things you can do with Ursa. So, again, I'm not the type of guy that just looks for sheer power level. I like balanced cards, and I hope that this top 10 list actually is enjoyable for you guys. It is for me. Anyway, this has been Kevin with Roguedeckbuilder.com. Thanks for watching.